I'm a little angry. I'm getting a little fed up and peeved with all of the argy-bargy going on about COVID-19, what politicians say, what others are saying. And everybody knows that we've got to get back to work for the economy. We've got to get our kids back into school so parents can go back to work. We just can't do it any longer. And certainly from a mental state of our populations, it's going downhill. We've got to make change. And we certainly as a corporation know how we can make change to isolate. Now, everybody's saying test, test, test. But if you do the test, which you then wait 72 hours, should we say, for the results, which means you've been out there for 72 hours. And if you are asymptomatic, been spreading it and going on, and thousands of people are getting infected, then that's ridiculous. So how can we make sure that on a daily basis going back to work, we are having healthy people walk into our building? Pure and simple. Your mother was right. Temperature. If you didn't feel good, mum would go to the cabinet, get the thermometer, and she'd either tell you, oh, you are ill, or whack you around the head and send you off to school. So what have we done? We have made a radical change. Now, we've been in this business since 2003. So we're not new at this job. Suddenly we popped up with some glossy brochure for doing this. We have been dealing with Ebola, SARS, and of course swine flu since 2003, 17 years. So we have a little bit of expertise. The difference is we got our feet solidly on the ground, we're transparent and we're logical. That's the difference. You can't check temperatures with these handheld devices. It's a complete farce. They don't work. They are not being used correctly. And people who are standing there checking people all day long couldn't give a rip. They didn't do it right every time. And even the machine itself is not giving the right answer. Chinese. And we've got schools that have ordered cameras out of China that supposedly can check the temperature, and they're full of lies. They don't work. One school in Alabama spent $1 million knowing that the company Hikvision was banned in this country. We got companies like Fever who put out a device that was not it was an industrial piece of equipment that should never, ever check a temperature. These are the type of operations, and if you've been on Facebook, you've seen that $99 and we can check everybody in. It's baloney. It doesn't work. Absolutely doesn't work. Let's be factual about it. So what have we done? Yes. Oh, by the way, we're marketing, by the way. Nothing wrong with marketing when you're truthful. Yes, truthful. So let's take a look at what we're doing. We literally have developed a camera since, a new camera since March, which is absolutely on spot for temperature checking and scanning. It doesn't look at the skin temperature because you could be sitting in your car in air conditioning, walk in, and it's going to be a wholly different temperature. You could be standing outside in the sunshine and you're going to be warm. It just won't give the right answers. So what we do is we look at the canthus, that is the tear duct, that's the ophthalmic artery, and that is linked all the way into the core of your body, and that will give your absolute internal core temperature. And we do that from 4.5 feet. You don't have to put your head against anything. You walk social distancing. You virtually don't stop. And there comes up your temperature on a big TV screen. It says you're okay, and off you go. Now, it is absolutely FDA compliant because it detects and diagnoses temperature. We're not saying you've got COVID, but you could have influenza. You could have meningitis. You could have any type of virus, because that is always present when that happens is a temperature change, and that isolates that, and we know about it. Now, our original cameras in 2003 and all the way up to today, you know, $35,000. You can't afford that. In an environment where we must not allow unfettered access anymore, corporations can afford it. You're looking at a camera system that works 24/7, and it's always being used properly because it's got a black body. That black body is a little box that the camera also sees in the background and literally is sampling the air every millisecond, so that we know a reference point and a comparison to what's there. So we're getting an actual physical correct temperature. That's the difference. And those don't come cheap, because guess what? The same camera, by the way, is being used by NASA and the space station for looking at the fires in California and telling what the temperature are. Same device, made by FLIR, the best there is. Now, FLIR do industrial, and they also do temperature, and we're down to 0.5 Fahrenheit degrees, 0.5. So we're down to like 1%, perfection. There are systems out there that are utilizing many different devices that are all ridiculous. They can't work, they won't work, and all they're doing is taking your money, and the fox is in the hen house spreading the disease. So from a corporation, a school, with students, we can check them every single solitary day, which, believe it or not, changes how we test. Because if you test today, you could still be sick tomorrow. But your temperature walking into a building will tell us there's an issue. It's as simple as that. It is an absolute front door, front line opportunity to make sure you've got healthy environment. So we're here, yeah, we're marketing, but you have to market to get a point across, but we're educating as well. So if you're in Iowa, or you're in Baton Rouge, or you're in London, in the UK, we can demonstrate that to you. And we'll come in, we'll set up. It takes about 20 minutes to set it up. And then we can show you exactly how it works. We are Entrical. And you can honestly get in touch with us. We'll give you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth regarding all that we've stated. We happen to be an AI company. We are #1 in facial recognition. We are #1 in access control. The largest building in London, 22 Bishopsgate. It utilizes our software to open doors, to go through turnstiles, to pay for your food in the restaurant without having to pull a debit card. It all works on your face. If you booked a conference center, it opens the doors so you can get into the conference center. We are absolutely cutting edge and beyond. And I can assure you, when it comes to thermal radiometric cameras and the screening for temperature, there is no one else that will tell you what we tell you, which is truthful and absolutely will protect you. So why don't you get in touch with us? The website's right there, and also our telephone number. So get in contact and be educated. And what's it going to cost you? It's going to cost you some time to understand, and you're not going to waste your money and let the fox into the hen house. So do me a favor, give us a call.